my name is Bill Rogers. I was checking out the Bright Idea TV website, and I noticed 3 Wink Studio was on there, and I had to come down and check it out.
Great. Hi, Bill. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Tell me a little bit about 3 Wink Studio and what you guys specialize in.
3 Wink Studio is a portrait photography studio, and we specialize in weddings and people photography, so families and groups and parties.
So if there's some place to go film, take pictures, you guys can help us out.
Exactly.
Now, Stacy, tell me, what is unique about 3 Wink Studio that sets you apart from different photographers?
Well, I strive to create artistic, meaningful, emotional photographs, and I do this through emotion and feelings and trying to incorporate fashion and drama and also artistic elements such as composition, lighting, and color. And my photographs then have a new element to them, and they aren't traditional or boring, but full of love and life.
And one thing I really like about your pictures, just looking at them, there is really a life to them, just because you definitely capture that moment when the couple interacts, and then you take it back to the editing room and you just work your magic on it, and it really looks great.
I like setting out the way that I'm envisioning the shot, and then I kind of just let them do their thing. I want them to whisper to each other and get close and talk and just kind of get that interaction. And another thing that sets us apart is that I include all-day wedding coverage in my packages. So if the bride wants me to be there taking pictures of her getting ready in the morning, then I'll be there, and whenever the bride and groom are ready for me to leave the reception, I'll stay throughout the entire day. I realized that it was not fair for brides to have to pick packages according to how many hours they needed me, because every bride has different needs. And so this way, I am there for whenever and wherever they need me to be.
Well, I tell you, that's something that other photographers I haven't ever seen, and that really does come in handy, because you do capture those special moments when they're getting ready, getting their hair done and everything. And I've seen some of those pictures, and it does kind of give a little different flavor to the rest of the pictures. Throws in an extra ingredient to the regular mix of normally at the reception center and or at the wedding, and I really like those pictures a lot.
Yeah, and it also helps tell the story of the entire day.
Now, when a couple comes to you, can you give us some suggestions when a couple doesn't know where to go on a site?
Yeah, something that I do with every couple that I meet with is we get together before we've taken any pictures, and I have lots of questions that I ask them. It's questions about how they met, how long they've known each other, what activities they like to do together, music they like, why they love each other. And after we do this, it really helps me get to know their personalities and their style, and then I can suggest locations that will really bring out the best in them.
What are some suggestions you have for a shy couple?
Don't worry about it. The worst thing that you can do is worry. The best thing that you can do is, when you come to a photo shoot, come with an open mind and just trust me. I really try to get you to relax and interact with each other, and by having you feel comfortable around each other and around me, that's when we get the golden moments.
Because a lot of times people aren't too familiar or they don't have cameras following them around a lot, and I think it does help when a photographer give you those little tips.
And that's why it's especially important, if you're shy, that we have an engagement session, because then we can kind of break down the walls and the barriers of you being scared, and after you see the pictures and see how easy it was and how great they turned out, then you'll be excited to have me there following you around on your wedding day.
Stacy, what are some tips that you have for a couple on picture day?
Plan ahead. I cannot stress that enough. If you are getting ready to go to a photo shoot, make sure that you leave yourself enough time to get there on time and to get ready, because when you're running behind schedule, you're going to be a little flustered and stressed, and that'll show in the pictures. We want you feeling as relaxed and happy as possible.
Stacy, I'm sure you've noticed taking pictures of a lot of people that a lot of their faces haven't been warmed up and they kind of pull the fake smile. What are some tips you have for us?
The fake smile. What I try to do when I'm with a couple or a bride is I try to encourage natural smiles. So if I'm with a couple, I'll either try and say something to make them laugh, or by them interacting, they can hopefully have a natural reaction. Also, if they've been smiling too much, then I like doing some kind of serious fashion type looks, and that gets them to relax a bit, and sometimes that even brings out the best smiles, because after trying to keep a straight face for a while, it makes them laugh. So just come with me and we'll have a good time.
And I really like how you interact with the couple, and it really brings out their character, and I think you do an excellent job at that.
Thank you.
Stacy, tell us about the package that you have.
Well, I include an engagement session, a bridal session, and then all-day wedding coverage. So that way I can spend that time getting to know the couple beforehand in the engagement shoot. With the bridals, it's really a time for the bride to be herself. It's a test run on her hair and makeup for the wedding day, so she doesn't have all the stress of the wedding day, and we can find great locations that show who she is. Like I said before, with the wedding day, I'm there whenever they feel it's most important for me to be there. Then with every package you get a credit for custom prints and albums, and so that way you can also customize however you want to display your pictures and what's most important to you. That way you're not locked into a certain number of prints or a certain size album. Pretty much the sky's the limit with what you want.
You know, what I really like about Three Wing Studio is you're very accommodating and you're very creative in all your pictures that you take, and something I've always noticed while looking at your pictures. Now, after the question is popped of will you marry me, how soon after that should you get your photographer?
Right away. Especially here in Utah, brides have a tendency to have shorter engagements, and it's important to find your photographer right away. Also, it's important that you leave enough time so you can get your engagement pictures taken and have enough time to order your photos for your announcements, and make sure that all the scheduling works out so you're not stressing about it.
Now, you obviously have a lot of pictures. How can people look at these pictures?
Go to my website. It's 3winkstudio.com. Just come with me and we'll have a good time.
All right. Well, Stacy, thanks so much for helping us out. You really have a great studio, and I appreciate all your help. And thanks for joining us on The Bright Idea.
Thanks, Bill.